responsible for the actions of the public due to this or any episode. The Grow Globe is not making actual weapons, but a simulant. The Grow Globe is also not responsible for any injuries, deaths, incinerated housing, national and/or international warfare, the commencement of World War III, or any offense taken to horrible puns. Have a nice day!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grow Globe! How to make the world's deadliest weapons and their effects on society. Kids, don't try this at home, or at school, or anywhere else. Last week, we taught you how to make Agent Orange. That was one killer recipe, don't you think, Sarah? A little tangy for my taste. Yeah, its flavor's still on my tongue. This week, we're teaching you how to make napalm. Before we begin, however, let's have a little history lesson.
Let's begin in the chemistry labs of Harvard University, 1942, with Louis Pfizer and his team of chemists, who were the first to develop the synthetic napalm. Fun fact, the first test was actually tested on the Harvard University football. Now, napalm didn't always have such a bad name as it did in Vietnam. In World War II, it was hailed as a lifesaver. It was originally developed for incendiary bombs, but was later reconfigured for flamethrowers. And although napalm was first used against Germany in Berlin, it was mainly used in attacks against the Japanese in the Pacific theater. Specifically, though not exclusively, in Okinawa and Iwo Jima. Napalm was an incredible tool of destruction that saved the lives of countless Americans in combat. Napalm was also used in the Korean War preceding Vietnam. The reason that napalm was seen as the weapon of choice in World War II was due to the public's lack of knowledge. The federal government heavily censored any information during World War II due to fear of enemy spies and public outroar, contrasted with Vietnam's Walter Cronkite in the nightly TV broadcast and photographs like Napalm Girl, which caused social division and public protests such as the hippie movement against the war effort. Weapons such as Agent Orange, which we covered last week, and napalm decimated the small villages and rural countryside of the third world country we were fighting. Women and children, crops and houses, Americans and Vietnamese, killed by American weapons. Napalm really loved Charlie. Really? You say it like that now? Hey, blame the screenwriters.
Blame her. She wanted it.
I thought it was funny.
They're never funny.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
They are
excuse
always
me.
funny.
They're never
Best
funny.
reviews
The only one who
all
ever
over
laughs
life.
is your mother. Your mother is the only one who ever writes anything.
living
You
by
are
yourself.
still, no, you're still living by yourself. With your cat. Your cat is still like a baby. You drive away everyone because you're like, oh my God, my baby.
You know what? At least people like me. Everyone thinks you look too scrunchy online.
I am
I
beautiful
am the
in my own special way. Anyway,
Nowadays, napalm is still technically legal to be used on military targets.
however, it is prohibited to be used against civilians. So if you were planning on using it against your evil neighbor or your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, please be discreet and don't get caught.
So, on that note, let's get back to the kitchen.
Okay, kids, so first we're gonna need naphthenic and palmitic acid.
Aluminum salt.
And gasoline.
Okay, let's get started. First, let's take the...
This program has been interrupted by the FBI, IRS, NRA, CCW, SIPRI, LOL, TTYL, and the American government.
This message has been brought to you by your local draft board. Join today. Be Army Strong.
I don't know, but it's been said.
I don't know, but it's been said.
We're off to war, we're not yet dead.
We're off to war, we're not yet dead.
Become a knight and you'll go far.
Become a knight and you'll go far.
In suspenders and a bra.
In suspenders and a
And that's how you make napalm, kids! We hope that you enjoyed this episode of The Grow Globe!
Tune in next week for a special feature on the making of the atomic bomb.
See you next week! We are filming! Right now? Yes! Okay. Give me a sec. Drum roll, please. was joking. It's like, can you see my towel? I don't know yet. Filming! Here we go again. This is gonna be a blooper.
Parsley.
Right.
Right on my vegetables. Okay, come on. I can't see it.
Okay, kids. So first, I have no idea where my line is.
Turnips, broccoli, and okra. And cabbage.
Really, Sarah? A little strand here and a little strand there and a couple of tralalas. That's how
Okay,
we
that's
make
good.
Sarah's Sarah's in the wonderful land of Napalm.
I'm just gonna keep showing her. I'm not gonna go home. Parsnips.
Living with only your cat. Your cat is your
Oh,
only
sister
companion.
girl who's living by herself.
Oh yeah, by
in an
myself.
apartment full of cockroaches. Okay.
No cockroaches.
I like my cockroaches. I thought that was great.
My pencil fell out. You made my pencil fall out.
You know what? Okay, we need
My
to
tail pencil.
we need to get going.
I know that.
You know what? At least people like me. I don't think you look too scrunchy online.
I am
I get the
beautiful in my own special way.
You know what? Okay, that's good. That is good. We're done. I'm pretty dead.
I'm gonna start cleaning up and resetting. I'm gonna start cleaning up because we need to get going now. I look too grungy online. I'm beautiful. Oh, special way.
Especially the alphabet pen. That's important.
I got that though. I'm
She took all my pencils and my pen.
Come on, let's move it
No,
up.
I'm shooting at the.
You go get cat.
No, I mean.
Careful aim. Wait.
Ah,
Oh, my black warrior pencil.
sorry, that was my hair.